So we are starting off this week with a very interesting sale, a turtleneck. I'm selling a turtleneck it's the 28th, right? June 28th. Wasn't on my bingo card for the day, but I will take it. So this is a really cute top. It's actually a size large, and there was a moment where I half contemplated keeping it. So this is the Ralph Lauren green tag. It's a red ribbed turtleneck, and it has right there, if you can see that, of course, why would we want to focus? This little Ralph Lauren. I think it had a good fabric content, if I recall. Yeah, it's a cotton modal nylon blend. Like, this is a very nice, very good turtleneck. I just felt like the ribbed knit is not my favorite on my body type, so I wound up listing it. So this is something I sourced at my local thrift shop's 75% off sale. I only paid $1.50 for it, which I thought was a great price for a really nice Ralph Lauren piece. I listed it for $25. Actually this morning someone liked it on Poshmark, so my Vendoo sent them a 10% offer, and they countered that offer with $15, and I was like, $15 for a turtleneck in the middle of summer? You got it, girlfriend. So in 29 days, I made $10.50 on this. I had two sales come through today while I was at my parents' house. The first one is from eBay. This is a really small sale. So this is from Minnie Bowden. I went to a yard sale where I picked up a lot of kids' clothes. Each item averaged out to $2.08. And this one I had a price the absolute lowest out of everything because I wound up noticing there was a stain, if you can see right there, and then there's another mark like here. Now, I was very close to not listing it, but I was like, it's Minnie Bowden. I really think that it's worthless selling. So I only listed it for $11. And in 3 days, someone on eBay offered me $8.50, so I wound up making $4.26 on a stained kids t-shirt, which took like no effort to list. Now this is my fastest sale I've had in quite some time. This is a pair of very vintage Y2K. This is called, oh my god, I had it in my listing, bareback. They call this style bareback, which a lot of my denim in high school looked like this. And this is the brand Angels. I had a lot of jeans that were this brand back in the day. These were a size 5, 100% cotton. I found these at my local thrift shop for $3.99. I listed them for $26, and today my Vendoo sent a liker an offer for $23, which was countered to $20, which I certainly accepted. And in literally a day, I made $12.01 on these jeans shorts. So last night on Depop, I had an order come through. This is one of those items that's been like getting constant likes and offers sent out on Depop, and none of them just come through fruition. It's a Vera Bradley purse. My dad had picked this up. It was free at a yard sale, so we had nothing into it. It did have on the inside like a couple of like what it looks like maybe pen marks on the inside. Otherwise it's in pretty good condition, but I just didn't think that this really carried much value these days. So yeah, also yeah, if you look here, there's also a little bit of wear on the fabric, so I wasn't expecting a lot of money. Finally, one of the offers came through, and like somebody paid last night. It was for $13, so I wound up making $11.69, and this one took 63 days to sell. Okay, I just had a not great sale, and it is kind of a lesson learned, because this swimsuit is honestly one of the reasons I really stopped picking up swimwear, because one, wasn't really finding it was selling, and the stuff I was getting was selling. It wasn't selling for a lot, and my Goodwill and all my local thrift shops really price up the swimwear. It is a really nice swimsuit. So it's this black and white bathing suit. It does have the cups built in, so you don't have to worry about the cups coming out. It's from the brand Maxine of Hollywood. It's a size 16. Really, really nice condition. However, it wasn't selling, so I was very glad that someone bought it today, honestly. This was $7.25 at my Goodwill, which is basically what they charge for the swimsuits, and it's a big reason why I stopped picking them up, because I wound up getting an offer for only $15 on this, but it's already like halfway through summer. I want to get this stuff moving. In 75 days, I made $4.51 on this, so I can see people who shop at the bins why they pick up a lot of swim stuff, because you're paying by the pound, versus I think what ideally I will do is come the end of the season when they start marking down everything, I'll see what they have that I think is worth buying to sell for next year and get that stuff. I had 3 super exciting sales today. Yesterday, my dad went yard sailing and he wound up grabbing 2 Coach bags that I okayed. He wound up getting them for $10 a piece, and I did the research last night on them. I listed them this morning and they sold within hours, and it was super exciting. This first one sold on eBay. This one was really, really hard for me to not keep. It's a black pebble leather shoulder bag. It is in beautiful condition. It does have one small interior rip like inside one of the pockets, which could so easily be sewn. Otherwise, it's in fantastic condition. This one was getting a lot of interest today. I was getting a lot of lowball offers, which I was holding out on. I really wanted to get around the $59 mark. So I listed it for $65, and I did have someone accept a $59 offer today. I wound up making $39.54 on this one. The other one sold on Poshmark. It was very cute. I felt like this was more of a trendy style. The hobo type of bag was a little trendier. I saw some of these listed. It also has the option to add this to make it a shoulder bag. It has like the Coach keychain and everything. This one did have a couple marks on it. Nothing like super significant. Like, I don't even know if I can see anything right now, of course. It's in pretty good condition. This one had sold comps, just not quite as high of a value as the black one. So I listed this for $49.99. And again, I was having a lot of interest. Someone sent me a $30 or $35 offer, which I countered back to like 46. They countered back to 40 and we chatted and I accepted their offer. So I wound up making a profit of $22 on this one. This next item was one that I really paid up for at a local thrift shop, but I was so shocked when I found it. And I saw very, very few of these on the secondhand market, and I knew it was going to have an audience. So it's kind of unassuming. Looks like a mint green romper, but I did see this, which if you're not familiar with that, that's the Free People movement thing. Why did my brain just malfunction? But then I saw this and it says Free People movement in collaboration with Hatch, and Hatch is like a very expensive maternity wear brand. A very popular, it's like 2 popular reselling brands collabing together. So I had a feeling this would sell well, and I didn't see it. I saw basically nothing in this shade of color. So I did list it for $59. It was getting a lot of likes on a lot of platforms, especially Depop. And today on Depop, someone sent me a $40 offer, which I accepted. And I made a profit of $24.92. Really fun, really exciting sale day. So I wound up having no sales yesterday. This morning I woke up to a kind of surprising offer on eBay. I honestly forgot this was listed. This is from H&M, and it's one of Scott's shirts he used to wear a lot. It is their Slim Fit. It is a really, really nice shirt. I forget what the fabric makeup is. It's a cotton elastane blend. I will say it's a very, very like nice feeling shirt. I guess he just didn't like it anymore. I don't know. He gave me a whole pile of clothes, and I kind of went through and listed a few, not expecting much. And this morning I got an offer for $8 on that. And I was like, yes, of course, I'll probably make a couple dollars, not realizing that I kind of overcharged for shipping. So I actually wound up making, after it was listed for 121 days, and actually we wound up making $9.27 on this. Yeah, the buyer wound up with shipping and their fees and everything paying like $18 for it. So maybe it's just like one of their favorite tees and they really wanted one. Again, I don't know, but not a bad sale to wake up to. Good evening. I am here to go over with you guys my sales for the day. I do have 4 items here that I'm about to package out. The first thing I have here is a 1-day sale. This one was exciting, surprising, and expected at the same time. So really unassuming piece of fabric here. Like, I wouldn't have given it a double, like a look over in the thrift shop unless I kind of recognized this basic style. If you guys can guess, this is Skims, and even this tag is like so hard to read, which is why I'm pretty sure the people pricing at the thrift shop had no clue what they had on their hands here. Not that this is like super valuable, but it's sought after, so I thought it would go quick. They only priced this at $2.99 in the bra section at the thrift shop, and it came through as a full price sale on eBay. You guys, this is a medium. I don't understand the sizing of this brand. Listed at $20, came through eBay, full price in a day. I made $13.34. Next I had a curtsy sale. I don't think I've had a curtsy sale in over a month. This was on a pair of Judy Blue denim. These, these are in okay shape. So this is the Skinny Fit size 9. They have some wear to them, but they have life to live. They've got like a raw hem. I forget what I listed these for. I got these at a yard sale for 50 cents. So I didn't have much into them. And they've been sitting for 64 days and literally no one has given them any attention in those 64 days. So today, when someone liked them on Curtsy, I sent like, they have a thing where you can just like automatically send an offer, and I did that. And they countered me $13 and I said yes. So I made a profit of $10.18. Next is another pretty quick sale. Another kids item from Mini Bowden. This dress is adorable. It was really hard not to keep all these, but we really didn't need them. This is Mini Bowden size 7-8. This one I listed a little lower than some of the other ones because it had like a couple, like here's an example. They're so tiny, I don't even know. There were just like a couple small marks, which I did point out. So this was a yard sale haul. Everything, the average cost of goods was $2.08. I listed this one for $13.50. Today on eBay, someone sent me an offer for $10, which I accepted. So in 9 days, I made $5.55. In and out the door, it works. This one, this is a cardigan. It is from the brand Ellie Tahari. This is a 100% linen, little short sleeve situation here. It's got a tie belt. It's got a really pretty pattern. It does have a couple like markings on it. Like I feel like you can see, Yeah, it's got some marks here. Okay, let's put it this way. I did not buy this. Well, I reimbursed him. My dad paid $1 for this at a yard sale. Probably not something I would have personally picked up. I'm hoping that the person who ordered it like really saw the description and everything. I don't know. Anyway, my dad paid $1 for it. I had it listed for 26. It's been listed for 60 days. Today, someone on eBay liked it, so I sent them a 15% off discount. So they accepted that, and I wound up making a profit of $16.97. I always get like a little nervous where I'm like, oh man, I really hope they read the description. I had a very, very, very surprising full price sale this morning. It is these pair of shorts. So this is a pair of shorts I had thrifted for Scott. The brand is Cotton & Co. If you can see that. These are a size 32, and I had gotten them for Scott and he didn't love them. Shocker. However, guys, haul coming up soon. I thrifted 2 polos and he liked them both. Who would have thought? Anyway, I, for some reason, when I got these, I listed them for $20, which, I mean, there wasn't very many of these listed online, so I don't know why I was so brazen, but after 126 days, these came through as a full price sale on eBay. I find that the men's items sell at full price the most often. So I made a profit of $15.41 on these shorts that Scott didn't want, so we call that a win. So I did make a Depop sale. I put a lot of my personal items on a 25% off sale. Since there's no fees on Depop, I thought it would be an easy way to start seeing some movement on just some of my items that have been sitting around. And the last 2 what sold videos, I've had one of these types of dresses sell each week, and this is the 3rd and final one that I listed. And it's a fit and flare dress from Old Navy. This is actually the one I've had the longest. Like, I actually bought this one in store. It's got these like tropical birds on it. So cute. I've always loved this one. The 25% off sale had this listed for $11.20, and someone bought it today. It was listed for 19 days and I made $10.23 on it. 2 really exciting things I woke up to. First was my first ever Etsy sale, and then I also received a bundle offer on Poshmark. So 2 really good things. I'm excited. So basically on Etsy, anything that is older than 2006, they consider to be vintage. So anything that I have in my current closet that was older than 2006 is also listed there. So this is one of the items I moved over, and this is from K. Arnold. And this is a 100% silk blouse, size large, very 1980s. This is actually something I have no money into. My mom sometimes likes to play like experiment with stuff she sees at the thrift shop if she doesn't have time to like ask me. So she was like, I got this, see if it sells. This one I have no money into. This is not one I would have picked up for 2 reasons. One, both armpits have a lot of sign of like wear, if you can see. And then also this one had a stain on the arm. Oh, here. Yeah, I don't I don't know what that is, but it's silk. I wasn't even gonna try to get it out. Because of that, I did list it pretty low. It does have some pretty intense shoulder pads, but I did note in the description that you could really easily remove them, but it is a really nice like green, which might be why it did get some attention. Overall, it has been listed for 18 days. As far as Etsy, I set my Etsy up, maybe it's been about a week now. Like I said, it sold for $14.99, which was my listing price. I don't know if Etsy, you can do offers. I assume it's just like you buy it outright on Etsy. So I wound up making $12.84. My bundle on Poshmark was for the 2 Aerie offline items I had left in my shop. I really have sold everything that I've gotten that's Aerie offline, so it's definitely something I'm going to keep an eye out for. It doesn't sell for a lot, but it sells pretty fast. And I can understand why. It's nice stuff. So these are called the Goals Bike Shorts High Rise. These are a size medium and they are like a really nice orange color. So these I had sourced off the new rack. No, yeah, I got these off the new rack at Goodwill. I did pay $6.99, so I kind of paid up for them. However, the hat I only paid 99 cents for at a different thrift shop. So I came out pretty well in this because I didn't pay too much for the hat. Yeah, I saw that like kind of out of the corner of my eye and I was like, that looks familiar. And then I flipped it over and I was like, oh, it's Aerie offline. So yeah, I only paid 99 cents for this one. When the buyer bundled those 2 items together, technically my Poshmark shop, I have the bundle discount set to 3 items. So because she only bundled 2, it didn't give her like an automatic discount. So the price that these 2 were $37 in my shop. She sent me an offer for $30. I accepted that. So the hat was listed for 36 days. The shorts were listed for 30 days and I wound up with a profit of $16.02. I had a smaller full price sale come through on Poshmark tonight. And this is a shirt my mom had given me and we're gonna split the profits. This is from just Disney Minnie Mouse and it is an extra large graphic tee, like stretchy. It's a cotton polyester blend and it's just very stretchy, lightweight, very cute, probably for someone going on a trip. So it was listed for 60 days, sold for $15. So we're gonna split the $12 profit. So before I recap my week of sales, I did have 2 orders come through yesterday on the 4th of July. So the first one came through on Depop. This is actually something from my personal collection that I had purchased and I had never even worn. I bought this last summer at TJ Maxx and I paid $19.99 for it. So I was able to list it as like new with tags. It's from the brand Japna, and it is a really pretty dress. It's longer, it's floral, it has a smocked back, but the color, I did not think this color was my color after I bought it. So like I said, I did have $19.99 into it, and on Depop, most of my personal items I put on sale. So I originally had this listed for $27. The sale discount made it $18.90, so in 25 days I wound up technically in the negative $2.50, but I'm glad to move it on. This is honestly one of my favorite things I've found recently. So this dress, it's so pretty. It's this like kind of ditzy floral midi length Y2K dress. It has had the straps like adjusted by whoever owned it before, but you could certainly undo that if you don't like how short the straps are. And the first thing I noticed was this like more shiny Old Navy tag, and I thought that looks older. And I looked at the age, and I don't know if it's going to focus, but this is from 2003, specifically spring 2003. So this is a very authentic Y2K Old Navy little ditzy floral dress. It's so pretty. So this was one that I was able to cross list over onto Etsy, that's where it sold. I had spent $6.99 on this at the thrift shop, but I was kind of basing it off the style and thinking that it would sell fairly quickly. Which is funny because this thrift shop never really marks up Old Navy, so I don't know if they could tell it was like a banger. But I originally had it listed for $34.99, and someone on Etsy yesterday had messaged me asking if I would take $25 for it. And I don't know if you can like send offers on Etsy. I really haven't figured out Etsy yet. So I lowered the price on Etsy and said like, hey, I just lowered the price to $25, and they immediately bought it. So in 7 days, I wound up making $14.88. Let me grab my laptop and I can go over just the general week. So this week kind of crossed over June and July. So it went the 28th of June through the 4th of July. I had 21 sales this week. So that was a lot of sales. And my sale price for all those items came out to $492.34, and my profit was $263.62. I had 3 Poshmark sales, 5 eBay, 0 Macari, 2 Depop, 1 Curtsy, and 2 Etsy. So I don't know. I never know. Like, I haven't had Curtsy in so long. Who knows where Macari is? It's crazy. And I can tell you the breakdown of my sales between June and July. So my ending numbers for June turned out to be sales of $2,119.31 with a profit of $1,300.86. And for July so far, I have sales of $258.43 with a profit of $134.19. For the year, I'm sitting at sales of $7,398.30 with a profit of $4,729.01. So I'm thinking by the end of July, hopefully I can have $5,000 in profit. That would be exciting. It was definitely a busy week. I have a lot of new inventory that I sourced over the last week, so I'm excited to get that stuff listed and see how it starts doing. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this week overall.